Blockchains are becoming an important tool for the future of supply chain management. So if you work in operations, logistics, or purchasing, then you've probably heard a lot of people talking about blockchains. And you might be wondering why they're such a big deal. My name is Daniel Stanton, and I'm a supply chain guy who's been trying to answer that question. I spend a lot of my time teaching people about supply chains, and I wrote the book, Supply Chain Management for Dummies. I've helped to create this series of videos to accompany an interactive demonstration that explains how blockchains could work in a supply chain. It's an educational project that was sponsored by the Air Force Institute of Technology and produced by my firm, Secure Marking. We've also gotten help on this project from the Beacom School of Business at the University of South Dakota. Our goal was to build a hands-on learning tool that would make it easy for students, teachers, and practitioners to understand what a blockchain is and see how it might be used in a supply chain. If you just want to see a blockchain in action, then you'll get that from watching the videos. But if you want the full interactive experience, then fire up your web browser and follow along at blockchain.securemarking.com. Of course, all the material in this exercise is unclassified, and all the data is fictitious. It's intended for educational purposes only, and does not reflect the official policy or position of the United States Air Force, the Department of Defense, or the United States government. So let's get started with a quick explanation of what blockchains are. A blockchain is a distributed digital ledger. Basically, that means it's a database that's stored across multiple computers. What blockchains do is very similar to what other databases do. They store data. But how blockchains do it is actually quite different. Blockchains record data in blocks and then chain the blocks together in sequence. The data in the blocks is encrypted. Inside of each of the blocks in this picture, there's a package of data. These blocks of data are stored on computers called nodes. Nodes can be operated by different people or even by different companies. In order to add a new block to the chain, several of the nodes need to agree that it's valid. They basically do this through a voting process. When enough nodes agree, they reach consensus, and they all add the new block to their chain. And once a block is added to the chain, it can never be removed. In other words, the blocks are immutable. Since copies of the blockchain are stored on several different computers and changes are made through consensus, it becomes very hard for anyone to cheat by trying to change data or by adding inaccurate data to the blockchain. As you dig deeper into blockchain technology, you'll find that there are actually several different kinds of blockchains. So, for clarity, our demonstration was built using a permissioned blockchain, meaning that there's a central authority who controls the whole blockchain. That's different from public blockchains, like the one used by Bitcoin, which are completely decentralized and don't have a central authority. Our permissioned blockchain operates on 3 servers in a cloud computing environment. So there's our quick overview of what blockchains are and how they work. Now, let's take a look at the supply chain that we've mapped out for this exercise.